Hello everybody and welcome back to Hearts of Iron, where we are in a really weird situation. We have manpower. Not for long, but we're also about to get additional manpower for the month tick, so that's wonderful. Now, we do have this nonsense going on, which I'm really not okay with. That needs to go away, and we're working on it. This is something that we're working on. We do need additional troops over here, that's for sure. These guys, were they already assigned to this? Yeah, they need to be brought up. Okay. So, I mean, we do have nuke capabilities over here. The question is, how wide is this front actually going to be? It looks like it's going to be a width of 4, so that should be, in theory, fine. And we are arriving over here. We have not yet fully arrived. We're also still working away at the Asian front, and I do want to make a few alterations here. That's definitely something that needs to happen. I'm interested in potentially backing off these guys back to here, like so. And we'll just do that. Eventually, we want to get these guys, well, this line is starting to get short enough that we don't necessarily need this many troops here, so that's definitely something to think about. That said, we're losing this attack. So the policy is, a nuke goes in. Excellent. Now, this doesn't appear to be going. We should probably tell that to go. Okay, that'll help. Now, as far as Australia goes, we are making progress here. I do want to adjust this order, though, and I want to have this front line extend all the way down, although it doesn't work to do that. Okay, good to know. So for now, we may need to just push in manually, something like this, so that front line will hopefully properly recalculate. And then we're going to tell these guys to simply offensive line to this coast. Close enough. It's not perfect, but it'll do. Okay, there we go. Now, as far as the air war over here in Africa goes, we're good in North Africa and Sub-Saharan Africa. Northwest Africa, however, we need some here. We're going to have these guys come over here. I intended for these to be in 2 separate locations. So let's see what that ends up doing. We did lose some war support. Speaking of which, 29 March 1981. Yeah, we can run war support right now. So we'll subtract our 75 political power. It would help if I told it to do political power. There we go. And we'll get ourselves our 12% war support. And that means that 30 August, so September, October, November. 30 November, I believe, of 1981 is when we can do this. So let me get that noted down. 30 November. Okay. Hello, pause menu. So, I mean, our war support is moderate, we'll say. I'm hoping that we'll get some air superiority over here in a little bit once that actually comes in. Yeah, that looks good. Syria has capitulated, so this is fine. This is completely okay at this point. We do want to get our guys back over here rooting out resistance in these locations just to delay this. Like, it's not going to stop the rebellions in the rebellion zone, but I would really like it if there was some way to get rid of those independence promised. Even if we could just grant them independence. But as far as I know, there's no real way to do that without them joining the American Union. Like, I would want them to be a puppet, essentially. But as far as I can tell, there's no real function for that. So we'll just have to continue ticking forward, and we'll see how this plays out over this way. I do expect that we should be able to pull this off. Now, when these guys get called in, that's a when, not an if. We're going to need to expand this line. So we'll keep an eye on that. And here is our month tick. Wow, look at all that manpower. Oh, that feels so good. It's going to be gone really quickly, but it feels really good. Okay, we are currently failing a couple of attacks over here. So we'll drop a couple of nukes to even that out. Excellent. And we're continuing to push into China. And pushing into China will be a very, very big boon for us in terms of manpower. There's no doubt about that. So we'll just continue to press on in. And this should be good. Oh, we're losing over here as well. Republic of China just capitulated to us. Okay. We need to not be running the game right now. And let's see what that actually looks like. Huh. No real change to the borders here. However, we did get like 400,000 manpower from that. That's huge. How much are we short now? Are we making up our... Like, are we gaining more manpower than we're using? No, we're still... Well, actually, yeah, we are. We're under 1 million manpower short. So we are actually manpower positive these days. That's huge. Losses are fairly stagnant on both sides, for right now anyway. These guys are going to get stack wiped. That's going to be great. We're very pleased about that. So that didn't really change any of our front line over here. Republic of China capitulating. Good to know. Very, very good to know. Now, we are attacking over here and failing some attacks, so we're definitely going to drop in a few nukes. Kaboom. And what do we got going on over here? Not a whole lot at this exact moment. Is Sierra Leone in this? Oh, they are. Okay. So this is no different, though. So 1, 2, 3, and 4 provinces bordering. So that'll be okay. We can't build land forts over here because they are not held by us. I would like it if these guys would give us some of their troops here, but we'll just request garrison support from them. Not like we really need it, but there we go. We'll do that for now. And we're going to be pushing in from the north up here. So I think that's the overall plan. Now, which army is this? That is these guys. Okay. Yeah, they're on their way over, and we have stopped this for now. We're just going to continue to press on in. Beautiful. As far as Australia goes, I want to ensure that we are on aggressively attack, and we are indeed. Perfect. So this guy's now here. I want this guy to come up, like, actually over here, and press in like so. And this guy should arrive over here, and that should allow us to update this front line. So we'll do exactly that. Bam. Okay. There we go. Minus 3% war support from our ace getting shot down. Sure. Oh, that looks solid. Look at that. We even have ourselves another encapsulation over here. So we're going to stack wipe another 2 units from Netherlands and Free France, and there they go. Now, this is quite a little area here, with a lot of enemy units. Here's what I want to do. We're going to nuke these 2 locations. We're going to try to encircle this. Okay. So we're currently winning this. Oh, we have unassigned divisions here. Let's send these guys on over here. And that'll do. Excellent. It feels so weird to have manpower in the bank right now. Like, that is bizarre. I'm going to drop another nuke here to make this go a little faster. Okay. It actually happened before we dropped that, but that's fine. Oh, that was the second nuke that we didn't drop, I think. Cool. So we should arrive over here fairly shortly and have these guys fully cut off, which is going to be a huge, huge move. When will we arrive here? We're getting close. Sounds good. And all of these guys are now instantly cut off from supplies. This is a lot of enemy units. Now, it looks like we did stack wipe some of these up here, perhaps. Oh no, they're just retreating this way. That's fine. We do have an unassigned division here, 2 of them, in fact, and we're going to send those over here. Beautiful. How are things going on this front? Okay, we are a little bit spooked by the number of enemy troops here, so we're going to just go ahead and nuke those immediately. I would love to nuke over here as well. This is actually a different air zone, I think. No, it's not. We can't nuke these because they're not in the war. Fair enough. Fair enough. They'll be called in eventually. I have no doubt about this. So these guys are going to continue to press in, and I would love it if this guy would just walk down the coast to Casablanca right now. We'll just do that behind enemy lines quick. Oh, did I see a loss over here? Yes, I did. But we don't have the air superiority at this exact moment. Okay, they have some enemy fighters in there. We may want to move these guys over to Northwest Africa at this point. I feel like we're fine over here, although before they go, we're going to queue up one last round of nukes here. Kaboom. And I want our mountaineers to attack here as well. Can we get another round? No, we can't, but that makes sense. That makes complete sense. Okay. Sounds good. And we do want to continue nuking over here for sure. We want to weaken these American troops. So let's check in on the Asian front. Things are going fairly well with the exception of right here. We'll just go ahead and nuke these guys. We did indeed get this encapsulation, and we knew that was a thing. Perfect. So this is going to be a big, big advantage for us. We need to redo this, I feel like. Although, maybe we don't. Let's go ahead and do it. So we're going to take these guys, we're going to redo this line, and we're going to have that be, essentially... actually, not there. I want it to be down here. Like, we'll offensive line to this river. Is our current plan. Something like that. They can go ahead and execute that. Beautiful. And now we're going to take these guys and adjust their front line. Their front line is going to be pulled back to here. Okay. And this should all be under control. That should be a whole bunch of stack wipes. And indeed it will be. That is magnificent. As far as us over here goes, we are pushing them back from here. That's wonderful. And how are things actually going in the air war over here? We may need to think about enlarging these fighter wings, and we do have the manpower to make this happen. Let's just go ahead and bring these up to 1,000. 1,000 each. It's not like we're short on fighters. So we'll get those in there, and that will be magnificent. We need the air superiority over here, though. That's for sure. For an absolute fact. We do have an infantry division here, and we're going to toss that into this army. How are things going in Australia? Fine. They're going absolutely fine. Is this in our territory here? Yes, it is. This is just very bizarre down here. Okay. Hopefully that'll update properly once we take Adelaide. That would be nice. We are not apparently winning this, but that's okay. I'm not too concerned. We're winning across the rest of the front, and it should be fine. I'm still deeply concerned about this down here. We're at 74.5. I'm going to boost this up to 1,000. There we go. And we'll see about this air superiority over here. Oh yeah, absolute air superiority. That's what we want to see. So we're going to nuke here. We're going to nuke here. We're going to nuke here. And we're just going to continue to press in along this front. The Provisional Government of Morocco is not ready yet. That's definitely the truth. And look at this. We still have manpower. We're almost at the end of this month. Like, our manpower isn't really going into our reinforcement requests. We're only like 700,000 short right now. That's ridiculous. Absolutely insane. Okay, we're being attacked over here by the Americans, and we absolutely want to drop nukes on them. Kaboom. That's what I thought. Get out of here, Americans. Okay, so let's check in over here. We have 1,000 now. That's only 57% air superiority. Okay, yeah, that's more like it. Their planes are just gone. Fantastic. So we're going to continue to nuke this. I don't really want to press forward over here, though. And these guys are on their way. Is there just no infrastructure over here? We actually can't see the infrastructure level from that screen, but 9... there's infrastructure over here. It just takes a while to move around, I guess. Fair enough. That is fine. So we are pressing in on the American forces over here. In Asia, it looks like we could use some air support. So let's go ahead and do exactly that. Air support in those 3 locations. Any others that require support? Not at this moment. Okay. Now, keep in mind, a big part of the reason why our manpower is doing okay right now is because we're capturing this high manpower territory over here. So that's definitely a thing to remember. We're still losing here, so we need to go ahead and drop a nuke on that. Kaboom. Looks like we need another one. We are down into double digits nukes, so that's something to consider. That said, the Asian front is really close to falling. So there is that. I'm going to have this guy just come around over here, clean all that up. Excellent. Okay, we are failing an attack here, and that makes... Wait, are we failing an attack here? Or here? It has to be here, right? United States, Free France, Netherlands, Republic of China. Yeah, it has to be here. So we're going to nuke there. Excellent. Everything else looks good on this front. Let's check over here. Looks like we're just pressing in. Wonderful. Down here. Ah, look at that. Côte d'Ivoire has decided to bring up their troops and begin an attack. We're going to continue to hit here. We're not too interested in joining their attack right now. I just want to hold that line. And in Australia, things are... they're going, I guess. We do have some units here that are pretty far from the front. Hopefully that'll change soon. Okay. We are losing an attack here in Yan'an. We'll just go ahead and drop a nuke there. See how that changes. Ah, yeah, that's a nice solid increase in power. Beautiful. Are these guys set to aggressively attack? They're balanced attacking. I want them aggressive. Get in here. They are succeeding, and that's wonderful. The Shenxi Republic just capitulated. How does that change our front line over here? It really doesn't. Okay. Sounds good. But this Asian front is crumbling. Like, they've lost so much territory over here, it's insane. Absolutely bonkers. We're currently at 71,000 per month that we're gaining for manpower. We're going to drop a nuke here to assist this attack. Anything else that we want to do here? That all looks good. On this front, honestly, they appear to be in full retreat on this front. Down here, they're kind of gathering for attacks, and we have dropped down to 50% air superiority. In fact, now it's 10%. I feel like that's not accurate. Okay, now we're at 100%. Okay, good. So we're just going to continue to drop nukes on these American troops. I'll even drop them here, even though the majority of their troops are up here. And this guy just left. Okay. We lost our air superiority. That seems to be going all over the place down here. Kind of based on whether our whether our fighters are flying or not, I guess. I think that we're going to put in a second air wing down here. I mean, like I said, we have the manpower. So let's just go ahead and put in some Fighter 3 Mark IIs. Look at that. We have over 100,000 of them in stock right now. We are not short on that. We're not short on war equipment at all. What we're short on is manpower. And our manpower situation is improving. It's not perfect, but it's getting a lot better. I want to drop a nuke over here as soon as we can. Any moment now. There we go. Oh. It ticked in for a moment, but now it's gone. Okay, what's going on with this? Yeah, these planes are just not currently flying, I think. So our second air wing should help that dramatically. And yeah, they're dropping a nuke on us because they currently have air superiority. Which one of these is apparently not assigned? Oh, yeah, these guys aren't. Get out here, you jerks. Perfect. Now that we have 2 air wings here, in theory, we should be able to maintain air superiority much more simply. Yeah, there we go. That's more like it. So we're going to go ahead and drop a nuke here and here. Wonderful. Yeah, they're definitely in full retreat up here. We're just going to continue pushing through that. Beautiful. As far as our attacks over here in Asia go, we definitely want to drop a nuke here. And what else do we have? I mean, we've got this completely surrounded at this point. Come on in. Come on in. And you're going to come on in as well. Actually, this guy's heading in. Why don't you assist this attack? We'll just go ahead and drop a nuke here. Just the single nuke. I don't think we'll need more than that. There we go. Perfect. That's all stack wiped. And we need assistance here, and so we shall. We need assistance here. And that looks good. Okay. Checking in on these fronts here. We could use additional nukage over here. Now we are down to 67 nukes. We are getting a good number per day. Our supply situation over here appears to be poor. Yeah. Our supply situation is very poor. This is a level 1 naval base and a level 2 naval base. That's a big part of our reason. That's quite problematic, actually. And we can't build in this guy's territory. I think we're just going to have to try to hold here and push in from the north. I think that's all there is to it. So that'll be fine. We will continue pushing in on the Asian front here. It looks like that has turned, so we don't need a nuke there. Nukes down here would still be pretty handy, so we'll go ahead and do both of those. Excellent. We still are losing here, so we'll do another nuke, but that attack has failed. So there we go. How are things going here? Oh, they're at 52 to our 26, so they're still losing troops at about a 2-to-1 ratio. That's great. Very, very pleased to see that. Do we have a supply issue up here? Because there's attrition. No? Okay, we do have a small one here. I wouldn't be too terribly opposed to building some infrastructure up over here. At a pretty high priority, in fact. So let's get some of that constructed. Just so that we can move around more easily and get our logistics done. We also could use a nuke here, but it also looks like we want to pull this back slightly. Okay, sounds good. Still need one here. We are down to 65 nukes at this time. And we have managed to push back the Americans a little bit here. Now, Sierra Leone is not in the war, nor is Republic of Mali. So that's something to think about, for sure. This is impassable here. This is all impassable. So we have no way to get into this territory up here for now, due to impassability. Yeah. That's going to be interesting trying to get into that. It's also going to be interesting when the American Union decides to actually properly attack over here. It looks like we still have some issues maintaining air superiority here. It's just wildly oscillating. Okay, that's fine. We're going to drop nukes on each of these locations for now. And let's check in on the north. Looks good. I'm going to tell these gentlemen over here that they're going to extend their offensive line down to Casablanca, like so. Okay, and they're just going to keep closing in and pushing back the American Union up here. We do have a unit of infantry, and we're going to move those where exactly? Probably going to move them over to here. Okay, sounds good. Our Australian push is continuing to push. And that is wonderful. We're making a ton of manpower right now, and I'm very pleased to see that. It is, however, time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, and next episode, we're going to continue these pushes. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time.